Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Gabriel Santos from gfsantos.com, also the author, writer, and publisher of the ebook Marijuana Mindfulness, which is now available on Amazon. Okay, so today's video is should you quit smoking weed if you're addicted? Okay, so for those who don't know me, I used to smoke every day for about 8 years. From prom night in high school to 2 years after college, so pretty much from 2010 to 2017, or even 2018 really. But the heat of it, the real deep in addiction part of it was from, I'd say, 2012 to 2017. Okay. Yeah, so this video is to really help anyone who is deep in addiction with marijuana or dependency and has tried quitting before and recognizes that the way they smoke weed is affecting their performance in other areas of life, whether it's your career, your relationship, your school, or your health and fitness, or what have you. And you're just a little confused, kind of looking for some answers, kind of looking for some guidance. So the real question is, what do you want? And not just with weed, but with all the areas of your life. So let's say you smoke a ton of weed, and what you want is to feel like you're in control. You want to be in better shape. You want your grades to go up. You want your income to go up. Let's say you want a job. Let's say you want to be more available and emotionally present and mentally present for your family or your girlfriend or even your friends. So I want to be clear that accomplishing those types of goals and quitting weed are not necessarily correlated. And quitting smoking weed and getting those results are not necessarily like that. They're not binary. Meaning, just because you quit weed doesn't mean all the other areas of your life are going to go anywhere. And to demonstrate that, if let's say what I want is to raise my grades, I can't raise my grades by just not holding this little whatever that thing's called. Let's use this. My grades won't raise just because I stop playing with a Rubik's Cube. In order to raise your grades, you need to study. You need to get tutoring. You need to perform on test day. You need to read. You need to do practice problems, right? Just because you stopped doing one activity that is a distraction or something that you run to because you don't want to do what you need to do, that doesn't mean just because you stop doing that doesn't mean all those other great things that you want are gonna happen. So I guess the number one thing to take away from this video is that quitting weed doesn't do anything other than what it does, which is you no longer consume marijuana. You no longer get stoned. And yes, there is an effect, a consequence that will likely promote an increase in performance or better results in other areas of life. But what I didn't realize, what it took me a little bit to understand is just because I quit smoking weed, or even if I took a break, that doesn't mean the other areas of my life are going to get better at all. There's so much more to the equation than that. So yeah, in terms of practical advice, before you even decide if you should quit weed, you should ask yourself, what do you really want other than that? And then the second question is, I guess, to tack on with that is what are you expecting of your life? What are you expecting to happen by quitting weed? And then, so for example, what you're expecting is more clarity, more time freedom, more money saved because you're not spending it on weed stuff. Really focus on that. And then And then before you make a decision, ask yourself if you had full confidence in yourself to smoke a joint Thursday and not have the whole rest of your life become a downward spiral of addiction and irresponsibility Friday, Saturday, and the rest of the week. If you had confidence in yourself to be in full control of your marijuana use, would you then subject yourself to quitting for life? And I pose that question to those people, those of you watching, because I found that for myself, the strategy of quitting weed forever as a way to make my life better had more to do with my two things. One, I judged myself for liking weed. So it's like, I shouldn't do this. I should not be smoking ever. That was one. And number two, I had zero confidence in my ability to smoke weed on a Wednesday, and then for the rest of the week or that month for me to be in control and not, become some kind of very like, just like running to it all day. It's like no control, pretty much no control, no self-discipline, no self-monitoring of there's no moderation, right? Because my assumption is that, it's not like you hate weed, right? I don't hate weed. I still smoke weed, about 4 times a month, something like that. And but what's more important than that is the way my life currently is in alignment with how I want it to be in so many different areas. Is my life perfect? No. Am I constantly working on things? Am I constantly wanting to grow and optimize things? Yes. Do I make tons of money? No. Am I in the best shape of my life? Yes. Do I have a girlfriend? No. Right? Like it's my life isn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination, right? Cliche phrasing. But it is one, and I'm being 100% honest, it is 1 billion times more in alignment in so many ways than it was just 5 months ago. And it turns out for me, smoking weed every day is not in alignment with me. And at the same time, quitting weed forever is not in alignment with me. What seems to be more in alignment with me is, weed aside, that I'm constantly growing. I'm constantly reaching these milestones that I set out for myself. Like, I went from 20% body fat to now I'm probably around 14, maybe less. I have a visible six pack. I have to flex a little bit, but it's there, right? It's there. I wrote my first ebook, which I mentioned at the beginning of this video. I run a daily blog on my website, gfsantos.com/blog. I have 8, soon to be, or 9. I have 9 clients that I coach as a professional certified life coach. A couple of them pay me to do that, right? And just overall, I enjoy my life. I enjoy my life so much. And smoking weed 4 to 5 times a month is part of that process. And so I share that with you just to let you know that A, you're not bad for liking weed. B, you're not bad for having become addicted to it, so to speak. And that there are more options out there than just to quit forever. And that my assumption, based on my own experience, is that, for someone who continually tries to quit but always fails, my guess is that, that's not exactly in alignment with you. And at the same time, you feel an extreme sense of no control. And that really beyond control with weed, you want control in other areas of your life. Because if someone's addicted to something, there's a saying that goes, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And, I don't see how a person can be addicted to weed and can be out of control with weed and somehow be in full control elsewhere. I don't see it happening. You are the same person in how you smoke weed and how you treat your body and how you treat other people and how you approach your work. There's no different. At least that's my opinion. I don't mean to offend anyone or trigger anyone, but you know, hey, well, what are you gonna do, right? People are gonna react the way they react. Anyways, guys and gals, that is today's video. Thank you everyone for leaving your comments and your likes, dislikes as well. You know, I'm very open to criticism as well as you know, positive feedback. Yeah, let's see, something fun. If you made it to the end of this video, straight up, if you made it to the end of this video, give me an email at or send me an email at g.santos.com or g.santos28.com. Sorry, g.santos28@gmail.com with the subject title of the email saying, "Hi Gabriel, you are awesome, yay." Okay, and in the main part of the message in the email, say something like, "Hey, you said that to email you and that I'd get something for free. And if you do that, I will send you something for free that I think you'll enjoy, especially if you're someone who is into personal development and is looking to really get this whole marijuana situation under control for yourself so that you can really expand to be the best person that you could be, not just for yourself and your own sense of fulfillment and joy, but so that you can serve others and you can be someone who you know, really is a positive force and brings positive impact to not just the people around you, but to the whole world." All right, thanks you. Thank you. Thank you everyone for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you liked it. Dislike it if you didn't like it. Leave a comment, just sharing anything that you want to share, whether it's what you're going through or what you've learned, or maybe some video subjects that you want to hear me talk about, and I will reply when I can. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll see you later. Peace.